Welcome to Better Kansas City. We have a jam-packed show today, starting with open auditions for the next season of Survivor here in town this weekend, and nobody knows what it takes to win better than our very own Danni Boatwright. Danni, born and raised in Tonganoxie, won it all in season 11 Survivor Guatemala. She's an actress, TV host, model, beauty queen. She was a fierce competitor physically and mentally. Her mental game was on point. And we are thrilled to have Danni Boatwright in studio with us right now. We're going to get to how you won in a little bit. How did you get onto the show in the first place? What sparked you to even audition?
Actually, my mother did. We loved the show, and she said, you would be perfect on Survivor. I'm like, oh, I don't know. And she said, no, trust me, you need to do this. So I sent a video in, because I don't remember a casting at that time happening in Kansas City, or I would have done that.
It was early on.
Yeah. And so, yeah, season 11. And so I sent a videotape in to CBS, and then I got a phone call maybe a week after I'd sent it in.
What was it about your personality or how fit you are? What was it that your mom said you'd be great on Survivor?
Well, I know with Survivor, a lot of times their pet peeve is when you go on and you say, oh, I'd make great TV. You don't tell them you'd make great TV. You have to show them why you'd make great TV. So I did a video playing basketball with my brothers. Which I'm not competitive at all, right? So
yeah,
that was interesting, even in the video itself. Playing basketball, and then I have a John Wayne collection, a big John Wayne fan, me playing with my dog. So just stuff that showed the different sides of my personality. And then I asked a series of questions for them and tried to make it really fun.
You told me the producers hated you. Yeah. Am I allowed to say that? Because I just did. Why? Well, you know, why'd they hate you, and how could they hate you?
During the show, when we would do the interviews that you see people, you know, narrating the show basically for you. I mean, it was easy to work with, but I didn't give them a lot of what questions they were asking. I just kind of gave them the ho-hum answer, because I felt like some of the questions I was being asked, I could kind of figure out what was going on in the game. So I was very careful what I said. You
didn't even want the producers to know how you were playing the game?
Yeah.
So you played it super close to the vest.
I'm so competitive, and I wanted to win so badly that I was really guarded in some of the things that I would say, because I just wanted to protect my game.
Do you think that's why you have the reputation of being one of the stealthiest survivors of all time?
And actually, one of my pet peeves is when people say you flew under the radar, because I didn't fly under the radar, I beat the radar. And I did, because when we merged and we had the numbers stacked against us, you can't fly under the radar and knock out an alliance like that.
When the tribes merge, they have the two tribes.
And so I knew, in order, if you cut off the head, the body can't survive. So I knew to go for the top of the alliance, and that's what I did. I aligned with that top alliance and then had them turn against everybody else on their tribe, and it made them mad. I sat back and smiled and then just watched the votes come in the end.
You laughed all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah, but that's what you have to do.
What do you think is a common misconception that you can see when people ask you other questions about Survivor? Or another pet peeve you might have?
Well, that would be, people ask, is it real? You know, you people at times say, oh, I hear that you really get to eat, or they're not, you know, you're not out there really starving, or they take you to a hotel at night. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, that is so not true. I slept on the floor. I saw tarantulas the size of hubcaps.
Okay, time out. For real? How big were the tarantulas?
Oh, no, I saw one scamper across one day, and I'm like, oh,
how big?
What is that? I mean, it was that big.
Did you scream, like bloody murder scream?
No, because the spiders, whatever, snakes, then I would have been like, wow. I didn't see one snake the whole time I was there.
The water was infested with crocodiles?
Crocodiles, so there was a lot of crocodiles, yeah.
So how did you...
But everything's just bigger in the jungle. I mean, it's just incredible.
Did you ever fear for your life? Or was there always, well, they'll helicopter me out if it gets really bad? Or were there points when you were like, we're not going to make it?
I embraced every bit of it, loved all of it, but it was so hot and it was so tight. It was like 114. Yeah. And so you had to cool off, so I did jump in the water, and they stopped the game, and the producer said, listen, there are crocs all around here. And during the day when it's hot, they'll go, I guess, lower into the water to where it's a little bit cooler. So we were thinking we were safe going further out.
Oh my gosh.
But no, they could have totally gotten you. So they were really concerned for our safety. And so then I was like, okay, well, maybe I should listen. They probably know a little bit better. I wasn't raised around crocodiles.
We got a lot of questions on Facebook. I did a Facebook Live with Danni right before Better Kansas City. A common question was, what about personal hygiene? How do you brush your teeth? Do you brush your teeth?
You don't brush your teeth. It would have been nice. It would have been a nice luxury item. We didn't get a luxury item our season. So you just have to, you know, you scrape them with like a leaf, or you get twigs and kind of scratch your teeth. That's how you get the little, but you're not eating anything. So
yeah.
You're swishing around with lake water, which was kind of gross to rinse your mouth out. But you're not eating any sugar. You're not eating anything. So you're really, you know, it's not too awfully bad out there for 39 days because there's no food.
When you got back and you watched the final product of the game, did you like the way you were portrayed, or did you feel like, wait a second, that wasn't me?
No, I think they were really true to everybody's edit, and they said that before we went into the season, that they'll give everybody a fair edit. But you know, our challenges were like